I'm also starting
Yes, we are live.
Instagram.
Hello everyone who is watching us now or later. Hello, dear Tulin. Thank you for being
Hello.
again together.
Yeah, it's very nice to be together. I love it very much.
Me too. That's why we invited you in Romania for a third time workshop in just 1 year and a half, I think, or maximum 2 years. So Tulin is one of my colleagues and mentors in the regression therapy field. She is one of the founders of Earth International Association of Regression Therapy, and she's also a shamanic facilitator and practitioner. And until now, we had her in Romania for two retreats or workshops, working with our inner power, with our ancestors. And now it's time to look at this current life and at the way that we came into this life and the way that the story of our birth, of our conception, of our time in our mother's wombs has an influence and still has an active influence on the way that we live our lives. So maybe Tulin, you can say more from your 20 years long experience as
Yes, I
a
start
therapist.
2005 and now it's my actually 21st, 21 years now in
21
regression
years,
field.
yeah, in regression fields, and almost 18, if I remember correctly, in shamanism.
Yes, to be honest, when I started with regression, then I was working a lot of issue of mine, and then it's pop up with a lot of past life with shamanic work. And so when I was transforming and integrating those lives, then I got more interest, and also Turkish people coming from the Siberia from shamanic origin. It was before the Islam. Shamanism was quite important. Still, we have a lot of traces of that
Yeah.
knowledge as well. So then I learn everything again. But I may say that I'm not a shaman. As you said, I'm a practitioner. What I do, I combine regression work with ancient knowledge to heal the present life. So, as you say, the womb experience is very important because we start from a cell, or father's sperm and or mother's egg came together, and our first cell appears. And from the first time of the consuming, actually, our story starts. Of course, there are far back. We did seven generation ancestor work, we did past lives, and etc. But it's a kind of, for this life, it's a kind of pushing a record button. And sometimes we bring really good energy to the first self. It's strong energy, but sometimes that energy is quite low. And so it's also affecting the whole womb process. And actually, the current psychology, classical psychology, is
Mhm.
also now discovering a lot. But the first experiences appear with the search of the Stanislav Grof, who is Czechoslovak psychiatrist. So he did a lot of breathing, transformal breathing work. And also in the past, there were a lot of experiments with medicines and etc. And the people were going to the womb experience. It was quite painful, but after that experience, a majority of them was getting really transformed lives, and they didn't understand why it was coming from. But Stanislav Grof was collecting all the information, what was going on in that during that experiences. So transpersonal psychology also got a lot of interest with the womb experience, and for or psyche and for or regression work. The womb and the birth experience is a very important layer, because how we come to this world is affecting how we're gonna live this life. And the coming congress in November, we are going to meet with you in Spain, Granada, and again, or with regression therapists, we will come together and we will teach each other the techniques we are going to use. But what I'm going to do in Romania is for outsiders, not for the regression therapists, to experience, to go to do that memory, and to discover the beginning, how our story started. So we will do quite exciting discoveries together.
Mhm. Yes, we will have a workshop together for 2 full days, Saturday and Sunday, on the 21st and 22nd of February in Bucharest. And we will, of course, leave the details in the comments below. But till then, Tulin, please tell me, in your experience, what are the most common repeating life patterns that you have seen with your clients that actually start in the womb or during birth?
Actually, when we are in mother's womb, we are in the energy field of our mother. But the conceiving, the first, as I said, sperm and egg come together and our first cell appears. So how our mother is got pregnant is affecting the story very much. If it's a pleasant pregnancy, if you are expected, so the self value and how you feel in life, being accepted, being feeling safe, being loved, being connected, it's already coming from that start. But if it's unwanted pregnancy, let's say that your mother forced to be with your mother father, or they were just got married and it was very sudden and both of the parents were not ready, or let's say that your mother was a kind of child bride. It's a lot
Mm,
of time happens in our country. She was 12, just playing at the garden, and suddenly she got married, and next day she has to be a wife, and suddenly it also pregnancy comes unexpectedly, and the first conceiving is like a rape.
mhm,
So let's say your mother and father got married, but they don't know each other very well. It was the arranged marriage, and they don't feel actually really nice, and they are feelings, they want to separate or they want to quit the relationship, but suddenly pregnancy come. So both of them, both mother or father, they are stuck in the relationship, they are trapped in the relationship. So they put their dynamics directly to the child. So like, if your mother feels that she stay in that unwanted marriage because of you, maybe she will make you pay for it.
mm,
Or so it's like you will be a kind of rescuer or bridge. Maybe, because of you they stay in the marriage. So maybe your function role is bringing two parts together, which is all the time conflicting and fighting. So that means if you are coming with that kind of reason, then after the birth, during your life, you will not, how you say, you will avoid the conflicts, you will
mm,
not you will avoid all the arguments, maybe you will not defend yourself because you want to keep the environment calm. That's why maybe you will quit, or now say gave up what you wish, what you think, or all the time maybe you will be trying to rescue your mother, then you will be maybe 50, 60, but instead of your wife, you will be keep calling your mom. So
Yeah.
maybe you will be, as a man, you will be stuck between your wife and your mother. Most of the time, maybe mother will put you instead of replacing with your father in as a man figure. So then maybe your relation, current relation, will be affected with your relationship with your mother. In previous workshops, also I was mentioning the first woman in our life is our mother, and the first man in our life is our father. And the quality or the bond or the healthy relationship, that healthy bond or unhealthy bond, is affecting our relationships also in the future, because we are learning from them, we are copying from them, although we don't like it, maybe we are judging it. But as we say also, when you judge, you turn to be like that in the future, because we are learning unconsciously, especially in our mother's womb. We are like observing all the emotions, thoughts, and feelings of our mother as if ours, because there is no filter. You are
Hmm.
kind of observing everything without judging it's mine or it is not mine. And even our images are separated from our mother after we are the doctor cut the binocular cord. So even we are in the imagination, in the dream land of our mother. So we are like how we say, we are holding them in our energy field as it ours, and then we are acting, we are playing as if it is ours. So then it's shaping our life, shaping our repetitions and patterns in life. It's affecting our money relationship, abundance relationship. So in that workshop, we will discover a lot, also how we can manifest what really we want. Because if we are modeling and if we are seeing the dreams of our mother and father, how we gonna discover our original dreams or original, which will transform our choreography of our life if we want to change it. So we need to kind of eliminate, or we need to go to the starting point again, to figure it out what happened. Okay, we cannot change the past, but we can change energy of the past to
Mm-hmm.
manifest or real life. But of course we need to do some work.
Yes.
uh,
Yeah.
I would say awareness and understanding is very important.
Yeah. So what you are saying that is that we are going to look at an unconscious experience, because it is an unconscious experience in the womb and during the birth, and look through the lens of consciousness, of awareness, and also separate our own story from our mother or our father. I mean, from their energy field to just extract our energy field, so then we can walk our path in life as we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the birth is the first challenge we give together with our mother.
Hmm.
So there is, if there is a normal birth or C-section birth, its dynamics are quite different, because
Mhm.
when there is a normal birth, the baby says, I'm ready. So baby gives the brain of the mother, I'm ready. So the mother's brain creates the hormones, and then construction starts. So then the birth process happens. Of course, we all have different stories. Like when I was when my mother was giving birth to me, I had a binocular cord around my neck, and the birth mother said, I will not take that risk, go to the another city. So I was really ready and excited to come to the world, But my mother was suddenly, because of the birth mother says it's not safe, suddenly whole the world turned to be a non-safe environment. So I was observing fear of my mother. Either she was afraid that she will lose me, and she was also afraid to be die. And then
Yeah.
whenever they went to do another city which was 3 hours away, and it was quite dangerous road because of the storm and rain, but whenever they arrived to the hospital, I was born in 15 minutes. So when I went to my own dynamic in the life, like I start a project very excited, and there is a moment comes that I scare, and then I hold all my energy and I want to finish that project or something quickly as soon as possible. So
Mm.
I figured that I kind of created a dynamic that, something excites me, I get really ready energetically, but there was all the time a kind of point that I was hesitating. I was not trusting. I was kind of, oh, is something bad going to be happen? So it was really giving me stressful time until I saw that it's coming from my birth experience. Then whenever I did a kind of a birth trauma release, then all those like a kind of inner peace came. And sometimes it's kind of, if I feel it a little bit coming, then I say, hey, Tulin, you are 54 now. Whatever happened is over and you are still alive. So, and then that energy shifts happens completely. So in C-section cesarean birth, the baby is not ready yet, and suddenly the baby finds itself at the outside. So, and the first thing baby exposed is a kind of vacuum to clean the lungs and the shh. So from a really safe environment, the baby goes out, and mostly because in the C-section and cesarean, the mother is sedated,
Mm-hmm.
and so mother is not available. So the baby doesn't give a challenge. So it's a kind of majority of the cesarean children nowadays, they are so relaxed and there is no start, and it's a kind of, the mother says your service is coming, be ready, and until they see the boss at the corner, they are not ready. You need to push them, because the thing is, they are quite in the house, they are safe and they are not ready yet, so they have to get a kind of impulse from outside, how to move or to start
Mm.
action. So of course
Yeah.
we cannot generalize that, but general observing, because the mother also says that, oh, I cannot do this, I need to get help from outside. And
Yes.
then the child also copy that attitude, saying that I cannot do it myself, I need to get help. So many cesarean children, you need to sit them together to finish their homework and etc. So they are pulling you, and they are kind of all the time hanging around. You need to really focus them to finish something and
Mm.
etc. But
Yeah.
with our regression work, either we work with the mother, and either we work with the child, and we can reframe, we can change those dynamics. It's the beauty of our profession. But in this time, of course, we will work with adults, and everybody will go through their process, and they will. It's good to know a little bit what was their story, but they will also discover different dynamics of those stories from their unconsciousness
Yeah.
awareness.
And from the body, because the body knows even though the mind doesn't.
And
Yeah.
especially illnesses are very important and very
Mm.
related with the womb process, because even now neurology science says all our I would say body illnesses has fundamentals from the womb experience. So although let's say that you got ill at age of 30, but the beginning, the original roots, they are in the womb. So we can also work on the body illnesses through those womb experiences. And another thing, I use womb and birth process, especially for people who lost their energy in life, who are feeling quite depressive and who are aimless. They,
Yes.
you know, whatever they happens or whatever they have not satisfying them in life, they feel lost.
Yeah.
So in those kind of especially there is a lack of energy. Of course it's good to search what was the events and what was happening to lose those energy, but to reframe, to restart, like when your telephone is blocked, you bring your telephone to the repairman, and then they say just turn off and turn on,
Yeah.
restart.
For truly is restart. Yeah. So
Yes,
yeah. So these
this is a
patterns.
kind of restart.
Yeah. So this pattern of feeling drained, of feeling depressed, of feeling anxious, of procrastination is also linked with the experience of the birth. You are saying.
Yes, and because we are repeating the same patterns, and also whatever happened in that life, if you want to reframe it, if you want to change, if you want a shift, so we need to kind of restart our mind setting. And the birth womb and the birth process is very important to remember what was the energy at the beginning. But of course, according to our experience, if there is a lack of energy from the beginning, majority of the time our energy left in those traumatic past lives. So actually, or I will do in 2 days time. Yes, we will do womb and birth process and effects, but also if there is a kind of lack of energy, if we need to bring some energy from the past, there will be some exercises also to
Mm.
retrieve the lost energy, and then we will do the birth process again. And also, but we need to discover what do we want to do with that energy, what do we want to dream, what is our dream. Many of the people now numbing themselves, maybe eating sugar, alcohol, sex, or drugs, and overeating, whatever it, or watching television or social media, and we have a lot of things to be addicted.
Mm-hmm.
uh, but if we have our energy, which way we want to go, which direction. So if you want to manifest money or good relationship, which is quite related with each other, so what you, if you manifest money, what you gonna do? Because money is not the purpose, money is the tool. So you need to have a kind of grounded dream, grounded how you say goal to use
Mm-hmm.
that energy. Everybody wants money, but also from the other side we have some belief systems, like if you maybe I discovered in the past, I was thinking that if I have a lot of money, the that money will how you say change, push me to the bad directions.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I figured that I never had those kind of experience. The root was actually coming from my ancestors.
Yeah.
So we will discover a lot in this process.
I,
2 days
I
will be very rich.
for sure. And money and abundance in this in money wise abundance, it's a hot topic, of course, as always.
Yes.
So maybe can you say more about how it is our lack, our feeling of lack, because this is what we are working with.
Yeah.
I have customers who say I make money, but the money don't stay with me. So it's not difficult to make money, but it's easy to, to lose money, to spend money, to money don't stay with me. I hear this all the time. So what would be the link with the womb and birth and mother and father, the first experiences?
The mother or mother has womb is the place of the creation. So we learn being creative and like you are putting the seeds in the land and you have a good harvest. So we are learning the seeding and getting how you say harvest from what we planted is actually related with our mother's relationship. So like if the money is coming, actually there must be some balance with the mother. But if you're losing it very quickly, we learn the how we gonna profit from that harvest. So productivity side of it, we learn from our father. So
Mm,
if you are having money, if the money is coming but you are losing it very quickly, you cannot either you are giving somebody, you will not receive it back, or you are doing overspending for even you are not aware of it, and suddenly it disappears. So we need to look at the relationship with our father, because we are learning to get how we turn that harvest for the production effectiveness. It's the dynamics we learn from our father. So maybe we will be re-evaluating our relationship, and it doesn't matter they are still alive or not.
yeah.
And so sometimes we say, oh, I don't know my father, let's say that he was gone. It's actually showing our dynamic where we need to go, or the father died in a young age. So it's again, then we have a kind of lack of knowledge. So luck and being lucky. So we will also discover different approaches, different perceptions of being lucky, being unlucky, and lack of energy, lack of money, or it's also affecting our relationships. I don't know in Romania, but in Turkey, many of the divorces happens because of the economical fundamentals or
Mm,
economic reasons. So if there are like when somebody says, oh, my husband is bankrupt, then ask to the woman, when did you stop feeding your husband with your energy? Because
mm,
woman and the woman, the how is productivity of man is very related with the woman in his life. It can be a partner, it can be the mother, and sometimes we say that, oh, sometimes people have many, let's say multiple marriages. Then we see that actually that energy is stuck in the first wife. So
mhm.
everybody has different stories, so we will teach to the participant how can they can traces in their own story, finding their energy and bringing that energy to the present moment. And shaman says past and the present is now in the moment now. So if you want to manifest something in life, so we need to kind of heal the past, heal the future, and actually both of them will be healed and integrated in the awareness in the
In the
moment.
now.
But of course, I don't have magical stick, and then I don't. When I will not just I will say touch, and everything will be changed and etc. What we gonna do? We will just shift the perception a little bit. maybe that will be reflect into the life immediately, but maybe it will be just getting in life with time. But
Mm-hmm.
at least we aim to create a shift. So, and I love it. I'm excited to be there and sharing my experiences.
Yeah.
And so it's okay. Sometimes it can be painful, but we
Yes.
will pain to the joy.
Yes, and the way I experienced working with you in all of the workshops that we created together or where I've seen you, the work is very experiential. So each participant is very deeply, deep into his own story, into his own experience that you are guiding. It's a lot of work with the body because we need to integrate and to feel it in the body. That's why we actually limited the places for this workshop to only 16 people in order to have
Yes.
enough space to and time to work with everyone in need, but also to work with the body and have enough space for that. So no matter what your story, your life story is right now, looking at your birth and being in your mother's experience, in your mother's womb, into that experience will surely benefit you. But just
And it will be not only benefiting you, we are also the ancestor of future generation. It doesn't matter you have a child or not, from your nieces or nephews. And so that family dynamics, they are transformed genetically to the future generations. Whatever you resolve in that moment will be also healing future generations. So all the work what we do now is very valuable, not only for the past but especially for the future. Whenever we heal the moment, both ways we are doing the healing. So it will we know it because we experience in ourselves. So we invite you to join that journey. There will be a lot of stories. Learn more from your parents, what was the story. But don't worry if you say that, oh, I don't know so much about my birth and etc. We will guide you to go there.
mhm. Yeah, and what I observed also that working with me is also myself working with me, even though my mother doesn't know what I'm doing, or people around in my direct family, the relationships are changing, the dynamic is changing because I am different, and I can
Attitudes
feel
are changing
exactly, and the whole environment is different without them doing anything. I mean.
because then maybe you will not behave like a child anymore. When you
Mhm.
get mature and when you get your responsibility, when you integrate it and when you are feeling whole, then your attitudes will change and people surrounded around you, maybe at work, maybe your parents or maybe your relationships and etc., they will create a new attitude to you. Then you will say, oh, my parents has changed. No,
Exactly.
actually you
Yeah.
you have changed.
And I just want to add that it's also helpful for our mothers and fathers to separate our energy, to me to be in my energy, my mother to be in her energy, my father to be in his energy, because this way everyone is whole, right? And we are not, interlinked, but in a bad way, in an impactful way. So it the work that we are doing with ourselves is beneficial. This is the essential point for all around, for everyone around us. So if you are saying, oh, it's not for me, but maybe my mother could benefit from this, or my child or my partner, you do your work, because for sure they will benefit from you doing your work, and you are the first one to do that, of course. So
So, we need to see, sometimes we need to remember how we gave our challenge to come to the life. And sometimes we need to reframe that challenge.
Yes.
Maybe there were some obstacles, but then maybe we create obstacles in life again and again to come over to prove ourselves that we are capable to do it. Then we think that everything in life is very difficult, but it doesn't need to be difficult. Then maybe we create a pattern saying that whatever we gain in difficult process is valuable. Then we just push everything, something easy in our life. Then we complain that life is difficult. So then I think we need to see what was the pattern, because we learn like being frozen or energy split or energy kind of introverted. So we learned all those defense mechanisms during our mother's pregnancy.
Mm-hmm.
So we will whenever we discover where it's coming from, then we have a power to say that it's over.
Yes. And just to be clear, we are not changing history. Things happened as
Yes.
they happened, but we are now reframing, we are changing the way we feel about it in our bodies, in our emotions, because we have more awareness now and we are not alone in this experience anymore. Now we have a group of people, we have therapists guiding us. So this is what it's all about. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
there will be, you will be there, Monica will be there, so there will be
yes.
therapists. And so when we work with 16 people, by the way, I will not work one by one with 16 people. They will be working with my guidance at the same time. But sometimes when we share stories, there are unfinished parts. And then in a group, then we will do, of course, some partial individual healings, but most of the time one of story of one of us is also completing and healing the others. This is
Yes.
the group synergy healing, so we will use also power of the group, being in a group.
Yes. So having said all of this, Tulin, in after these 2 days, somebody who comes there with their own story, how do you think that they will live?
Maybe a little bit tired, but with a lot of awareness, and maybe also how to say, reborn.
Yes.
So you know, we are not aware sometimes that what kind of stories we are carrying, and they are individual and they are very valuable and they are unique. We were kind of split it, or we came from one cell, and that oneness, that uniqueness actually was carrying a lot of potential. So we are full of potentials, but in life somehow some events and some happenings suppressing that potential. So or actually aim in this birth and womb process and manifesting in our life, because we want to change some manifestation. So it is a kind of reactivating that potential. So we
Mm.
are not only be working on the womb and birth or mother and father relationship, but we want to also activate that potential. But first of all, we need to figure out how we stop it, why we stop it, and are we ready to change it? Sometimes our mouth, we in a verbal saying that we want to change, but in an unconscious mind we resist to change. And sometimes maybe it will show us that it's not the time for us. Even that awareness quite important from my perspective.
Mhm. Yeah, so I like the sound of it. Come there and you will live reborn and reactivating your full potential that you came to this world with.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. Great. So the workshop is going to be in 21st and 22nd of February in Bucharest, 2 full days. I think at this point we only have 3 places left out of the group of 16 people. It's quite an international group this year. We have quite some foreigners. And even though the workshop is going to be in English, I will be translating to Romanian and back to English for Tulin.
So
So,
there will be translation. And
mhm,
also, we have still a couple of sessions open because I'm coming 2 days earlier and I will be provided some private regression sessions. So you can contact with Vaira Asre, with Monica, if you want to get also private work.
private sessions. Yes, great. Okay, Tulin, thank you so much. If you have anything just to round up this conversation.
So I'm looking forward to be there soon. And yeah, let's do some work together. It's worth to do it because our potential sometimes is sleeping and waiting for waking up. And sometimes maybe a little shift, little push can create big changes. But sometimes maybe we are already there. And then maybe just our awareness will create a kind of shift for
Mhm.
something higher, something more superior, something more valuable. And but of course, each of us has different needs and different approaches. It doesn't matter you believe in past lives or not. So, but in we are in this life, and this life work is quite fundamental for all of us. Let's do
Yes.
it.
Let's do it. Thank you so much, Tulin. Thank you for tonight's work and see you in less than 1 month in Romania.
Yes, it will be my pleasure. Good night, everybody.
Good night.